Welcome to Delicious and Nutritious. Where we use the best quality ingredients to cook the tastiest food, and today we have a special treat for you guys, all of you efficiency seeker cookers out there. This is going to be a cookie sheet recipe. It's incredible. This is going to be a balsamic chicken, apple, bacon, garlic, rosemary, everything in between. I hope you guys are ready for this. Let's jump right in. So what we are gonna need to start, we need 1.5 pounds of chicken breast. We are gonna need balsamic vinegar. It is going to be 1/4 cup. And then it's gonna ask for 1/3 cup of olive oil. If you guys have been with me for a little while, you know that I do not like cooking with olive oil. It denatures very fast and becomes rancidified, and that makes it inflammatory. It is not a cooking oil. So you guys know that we are gonna be doing coconut oil refined instead of olive oil for all of our recipes. And then we're gonna need the juice of 1/2 of a lemon, 2 cloves of garlic crushed, but guys, you know I love garlic, so I'm probably gonna do a little bit more in this recipe. And then we are going to need 1/4 cup of chopped fresh rosemary. It is an essential part of this dish. And then it calls for 10 ounces of Brussels sprouts. This is going to be a pound of Brussels sprouts, and I'm perfectly okay with that. And then we are gonna need 2 apples, core peeled and diced. And then we're gonna do 6 slices of bacon. So I'm choosing turkey bacon. Okay, so if the coconut oil is gonna be at room temperature, you're gonna need to heat it up just a tad to be able to change it into liquid. So you're also going to need a blender for this recipe because we need to make the marinade. So let's jump right in right now. I am going to go ahead and score this lemon, and we are gonna start off by squeezing this lemon right in to here. And then we haven't covered it, but what you're gonna wanna do is head on over to your oven and put it on 375 degrees as a bake. So it's already starting to heat up as we're going here because we're gonna be really efficient with this. So the lemon is done, it is in the blender. And next we're gonna put 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar in with the blender. And next we have ourselves our coconut oil. So we need 1/3 cup of what it says olive oil. We are substituting that into coconut oil. And next we're gonna add in 2 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna go with 3. Honestly, I might even go with 4. And there we go. We're gonna go ahead and drop the garlic in there. And then finally, we're gonna need the 1/4 cup of, it says chopped rosemary, but we're gonna blend this. So I don't know if you need to chop all the rosemary, but what you do need to do is pull all the leaves off of the stem. Okay, so we have about 1/4 cup right there of the rosemary, and that rosemary is super fragrant. We are going to drop that all the way in right there, and we are going to go ahead and turn this on. It says approximately a minute until it's well incorporated, and then just stir it up on occasion just to make sure none of that rosemary is getting stuck on the sides. And there we go. Marinade is good to go. So we're gonna cut up the Brussels sprouts and the apples, and then we're gonna start the marinade, and then we'll pop right back in. So Brussels sprouts, I'm just gonna use a whole pound. I love my vegetables. I'm gonna put them right into the pan right here, and we want to just slightly snip off the edge. Okay, all the Brussels sprouts are cut up, and we put them on the bottom of the baking dish. And then finally we have to do the apples. So we are going to cut them similar to as we do the avocados. It says to core them. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to go like that, and then boom, the core comes right out. And then we're going to chop them real quick. And the final part is gonna be the chicken. So we have the 1.5 pounds of the chicken that we are now going to dice up. And then we have our bowl. So we're gonna drop that in there. And then once we have this all said and done, we are going to drop the marinade over it. Keep it in a bowl. And then we'll be back when it's done marinating, and we will go ahead and drop this over the top and in the oven. And then you're going to want to take the bacon next. We'll put the marinade in first. Here we go, marinade over the chicken. And then we're gonna go ahead and stir this. And then we are going to let the chicken sit in the marinade. And the last part is going to be the bacon. We have our bacon, it calls for 6 strips. I am going to cut it in thirds, and then I will move that sideways. And then this is going to go right in with everything else here. And then we're gonna wanna toss this up because this is gonna be the bottom of it. Okay, we have our chicken marinated and we have everything ready to go. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop this over the top. So we are now going to drop this into the oven Spread it out nicely. Okay, so now we have 375 degrees for a total of 15 minutes. And then on the 15 minutes mark, we're gonna bump it up to 425 for 5 to 10 extra minutes, depending on how done you want this dish. All right, into the oven, and we will be right back. And here we have the beautiful, the one, the only balsamic vinegar chicken bake sheet recipe with bacon, apples, and Brussels sprouts. Did I say rosemary? Okay. That is quite the mouthful right there. So this is how it is. It's got a nice little au jus, a little bit of juice coming through the bottom right there, which is kind of what we want. One thing that you could do if you're not paleo and you're kind of looking to add a little bit more calories as far as carbohydrates go, you can incorporate some white rice. I think white rice kind of pairs well with this dish. Brown rice, I would probably stay away from it, but if you so desire, you can have some. So obviously we now have to taste. It pairs super well. The Brussels sprouts are slightly crunchy. The apple gives that nice little sweet contrast to the tartness of the balsamic. The chicken tastes amazing. So, thank you guys for tuning in and cooking another delicious and nutritious meal together. I'm excited to cook more in the future to change the world one bite at a time. I hope you guys enjoy your meal.